Hey, what's up, everybody? Just wanted to do another video with the news from RGBA. Here's a picture of some of their amateur talent. They were out in a tournament out in Menifee. Um, they went 5-1. There you see on the far left Johnny. And then you have one of the younger Coria brothers. In the middle, you have a gentleman that goes by the name El Otro. And then I believe that's Angel Gil. And then Carlos Escobedo on the white t-shirt. Mikey Garcia, 39-1, 30 knockouts. Spent some time up north with Pita and with Snack getting into shape. We haven't had any news on him in regards to a fight. The latest rumor on him, and it is a rumor, nothing's been official, is that he signed a 2 or 3 fight deal with Matchroom Boxing. But that rumor's been out for a week or two, and we have not had an official announcement. So if you want to follow all the news and updates on Mikey, he's at Team Mikey Garcia on Instagram. Abner Mares, 31-3-1. He is getting into shape. He suffered a detached retina in preparation earlier this year for a boxing match. If you want to follow him, he's at Abner Mares or at Abner Mares Official. Josesito Lopez, 36-8. We haven't seen him fight since January against Keith Thurman, but he does stay active in the gym. He was seen in the gym via ES News on the 31st of July, and he shared with Ellie from ES News that he has sparred both Vergil Ortiz and Antonio Orozco, who are scheduled to fight this weekend. If you want to follow him, he's at Jose Lopez on Instagram. Jose Carlos Ramirez improves to 25-0. He beat Maurice Hooker for the, I believe, the WBO belt. So he's unified with the WBC and the WBO at 140. And he went and fought off of his platform. He's with Top Rank, so he fights on ESPN, but he went and fought on the DAZN platform in Dallas, in Hooker's hometown. So if you want to follow him, he's at JC Ramirez 2012. Brandon Bam Bam Rios, 35-5-1. We have not heard much from him. If you want to follow him, he's at Brandon Rios 1. Esquiva Falcao improved to 24-0, 16 knockouts. He fought July 19th on Maryland, where the boxing world suffered that tragedy with Maxim Dadashev. If you want to follow the Olympian from Brazil, Esquiva Falcao, on Instagram. Erick DeLeon was originally scheduled to fight Jason El Canito Sosa, but first the date was pushed back, and then finally he was moved off. And Jason Sosa is fighting this month, but not against Erick DeLeon. 19-0-1, 10 knockouts. Fights at 130 at Team DeLeon, promoted by Top Rank. He is from Detroit, Michigan. Carlos Caballo Bronco Adames, 18-0, 14 knockouts. He is the current NABF and NABO champion at 154. At Caballo Bronco on Instagram if you want to follow him. Jackson El Phoenix Marinez, 18-0. He just fought last week, and he improved to 18-0. He fought in the Dominican Republic. He did his training camp for that fight at RGBA Riverside. If you want to follow him, he's at L_Phoenix. Hector Tanajara, 17-0, 5 knockouts. He's scheduled to fight this Saturday in Grand Prairie. His opponent is Ezequiel Avila, 16-3-3 from Ensenada, and Hector is the current WBC youth champion at 135. At Hector_Tanajara if you want to follow him on Instagram. Jonathan Thunder Navarro, 16-0, 8 knockouts. We have no news on him. If you want to follow him, he's at Thunder Navarro. Joshua El Profesor Franco, 15-1-1. He has a fight date of August 10th. He is the current WBA international champion and the NABF belt holder at 118. He is going to fight in Dallas along with 2 of his stablemates, Hector and Vergil. At one Professor Franco, if you want to follow him on Instagram. I believe he fights at 118. Promoted by Golden Bird Promotions. Carlos Licona, 15-1, 2 knockouts. He just won the international WBC belt at 108. He fought under the card of Pepe Gomez with Cancun Promotions. I believe it was in Guadalajara, Jalisco. At Mexicanito 12 if you want to follow him, Carlos Licona. It is fight week for Vergil Ortiz Jr. along with Joshua Franco and Hector Tanajara. He is making his homecoming fight in Grand Prairie, Texas. His opponent is San Diego's Antonio Orozco, who is a southpaw, and is 28-1. Vergil Ortiz, 13-0, 13 knockouts. At Vergil Ortiz, if you want to follow him on Instagram. Joseph Adorno, 13-0 with 11 knockouts. Excuse me. His last fight was July 13th in New Jersey. At Real Joseph Adorno, if you want to follow him on Instagram. John El Terrible Bauza fought on that same card, July 13th in New Jersey. Shakur Stevenson was the main event. He improved to 13-0. At Real John Bauza, if you want to follow him on Instagram. Louie Coria, 12-2. Originally, he was scheduled for Garcia Promotions Prospects Collide 2, but as of today, 8-5, he is no longer on BoxRec. So we'll just keep our eyes open to see if Louie ends up fighting there in San Bernardino. At King Louie 416, if you want to follow him on Instagram. Lindolfo Delgado, promoted by Ringstar Sports, 10-0, 10 knockouts. His last fight was June 1st. We have no news on him. At Lindolfo Delgado on Instagram, if you want to follow him. Alejandro Guerrero, 10-0, 9 knockouts. He was scheduled to fight on July 13th on that Garcia Promotions event in Irving, Texas, but he, for some reason or other, he pulled out of the fight. So at porkchop_214, if you want to follow him on Instagram, he is fights under the banner of Mikey Garcia Promotions. Brandon Bulletproof Glanton, 10-0, fought July 13th in Minneapolis, Minnesota, improved to 10-0 with 7 knockouts now. At Team Bulletproof. Misael El Chino Rodriguez, 9-0, 4 knockouts. Very active in the gym in Riverside. He might be fighting the first week of August. There's he believes that he might be off of that card. It's the latest that we heard via ES News. At Misael Loti on Instagram, if you want to follow him. He is another fighter promoted by Richard Schaefer's Ringstar Sports. He fights at 160. Jesse Bam Rodriguez headlined his own show, got a knockout versus an undefeated fighter, 11-0, Cesar El Chapita Garcia. There in Floresville, Texas, near San Antonio. So he is promoted by Mr. Honda's Tekken Promotions, the only fighter from Team RGBA promoted by Mr. Honda. At 210 Bam, if you want to follow him on Instagram. Genaro El Conde Gamez in the biggest fight of his boxing career. He is going to fight Luis Feliciano, who's 12-0. This will be on Thursday night, August 22nd, at the Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio. Genaro Gamez is promoted by Golden Boy Promotions. At Genaro Gamez on Instagram if you want to follow him. One of the newest fighters added to the team, 2 McKenna brothers. This is Aaron. He is scheduled to fight July 18th at the Fantasy Springs Casino. That was canceled. So he did not get to fight that day. It was a very last minute notice, but they told us that he was off that card. So Aaron the Silencer McKenna, 8-0, new to the team, promoted by Golden Bird Promotions. Ray Danger Muratalla also was scheduled to fight in San Bernardino on the Prospects Collide 2, but as of today on BoxRec he is not listed, so there's a chance he's not on that card. At Ray_Muratalla1 if you want to follow him. Ruben Rodriguez, the most active fighter this year on RGBA, fought in January, March, April, June, and now August. He is scheduled to fight on a card promoted by Bash Boxing in Burbank, August 16th. He fights at 140. He's a free agent. At RubenNR_, if you want to follow him on Instagram. Aaron Morales, the most active fighter in 2018 with 5 fights in 9 months. He has a fight date. I know I don't have the date. I'd have to look it up on BoxRec, but he's in camp as of the week of July 29th. He's 7-0, 3 knockouts. At Aaron_Morales if you want to follow him on Instagram. Brian Lua, 5-0, 2 knockouts. No update on him. He's promoted by Top Rank. At Brian_Lua. I believe he fights at 135. Ivan Garcia, he is one of the newest additions to the team. He's from Paris. All his fights have been in Mexico. And he is doing his U.S. debut with Garcia Promotions here at the Club Center events in San Bernardino, September 6th. If you want to follow him on Instagram, he's at IV3N_Garcia. Ivan_Garcia, the A in Ivan replaced with the number 3. He fights at bantamweight. Robert Biggie Rodriguez fought on the undercard of his stablemate Bam Rodriguez, so he improved to 4-0. at Biggie JR _ if you want to follow him on Instagram. Breenan Macias is 3-0 with 2 draws. He is still scheduled to fight September 6th on the Garcia promoted event there in San Bernardino. At B _ flight 301 if you want to follow him on Instagram. Izaac Colunga 3-0. He his mom posted a picture with him at the beach. Both of them had smiles, which is great news. So if you want updates on Izaac Colunga, you can follow his mom at Carrie Colunga or his aunt Shelly _ Shell12 or a family friend Dodger Girl 19 on Instagram. Or he is active on his Instagram as well now too as well. At team _ Colunga. Alexis El Macizo Espino 3-0. He has a fight scheduled for August 24th in Hermosillo, Sonora with Matchroom Boxing. So he is in camp and is dieting under the guidance of Chef Frank at _ Alexis Espino 1 on Instagram. Stevie Hitman McKenna just improved to 3-0 with 3 knockouts. He just fought in the Hawaiian Gardens at the Gardens Casino. If you want to follow him or his supporters at Sheer Sport Athletic, at Hawk Media are some of the pages that will have updates on him. Jeremy Magic Hands Adorno 1-0. He's the little brother to Blessed Hands Adorno, Joseph. So he will be fighting in Philadelphia on August 10th, which is this Saturday. So at Magic Hands _ Jeremy if you want to follow him on Instagram. He's from Allentown, PA, promoted by Top Rank. Evan Sanchez and his family, along with the help from Al Perez, run the Central Valley RGBA gym. His last fights were March 30th and May 25th, both in Tijuana. At Real Evan Sanchez if you want to follow him on Instagram. Manny Flores, 8-0 from Coachella, made his RGBA pro debut on Legends Collide on June 23rd in San Bernardino. He goes by Gucci Manny on Instagram if you want to follow him. I believe he fights at 118. He is managed by Robert Garcia's friend, Cameron Duncan. Alfredo Escarcega, 8-0. He fought on Legends Collide. He's scheduled to fight on Prospects Collide 2. 8-0, 4 knockouts. That Prospects Collide 2 will be September 6th. If you want to follow him on Instagram, he's at ae.jr. He was brought in to give Mikey Garcia sparring in preparation for Errol Spence. He trains at a F1 gym in Phoenix, Arizona, along with B-Fly. So Alfredo Escarcega, 8-0. ae.jr on Instagram if you want to follow him. So the first quarter is where they had their four losses: Mikey's, Brandon's, Carlos Licona's, and Josesito's. So they were 24-4-1. The second quarter they went undefeated with 19-0, and then in the third quarter they're 10-0 with 1 draw. So the professional record is 53-4-2 so far for the year. Their amateur record is 16-4. Thank you to the official photographer of Team RGBA, Cumbia, and to all the Instagram pages, fighters, trainers, and managers who post updated pictures on their IG to allow us to keep updated on all the fighters. And a special shout out to Ellie Setback from ES News that gives us a lot of information. Vergil Ortiz Jr., who gives us a lot of information and goes live on Instagram for Vergil to give us all that information. At Frantic_1, who goes live on his Instagram as well to give us a little bit of behind the scenes. And Teased by Rainbow. That's her. Her name is Rainbow. She goes by Teased by Rainbow on Instagram. Thank you for her as well to giving us all the updates, including ex-RGBA fighters like Chema, who's had, I believe, 3 fights now in Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. So thank you to Rainbow as well. Please like and subscribe on Sonteo Media on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Sonteo_media, Sonteo_media. Thanks, and more videos coming soon.